Good afternoon. I just want to thank everyone for being here with us on this absolutely beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining us. If you had your heart set on seeing Ron Moreno MC this, I have to apologize. He's not available to be here, so I'm standing in. I'm Erica Russo, the Director of Community Services. So as you can see, people are already enjoying this beautiful trail, and we are so happy to open the Undercrossing today. So I'd just like to give just a little bit of information about this project. It cost approximately $3.6 million to bring this to life and took about 10 months of very hard work. We'd like to particularly thank our contractor, Beater Construction Company. If anybody's here, if they want to raise their hands and wave, and I'll give you a round of applause. As well as the designer EXP, there we go, as well as the designer EXP International and Gabriel Rodriguez, and the construction manager, Falcon Engineering. In addition, I'd like to thank all the staff, there we go back there. In addition, I'd like to thank all the staff who have worked on this and will work on this, not just to bring this project to fruition today, but to continue to maintain it and make sure that it remains a viable and beautiful part of our community and part of what we're striving for, which is increased connectivity throughout the community. Particularly, I'd like to thank the staff from Public Works. I know we've got a number of people out there from Public Works, if you want to raise your hands, who've worked in the CIP division to bring this together, as well as Public Works maintenance and the park attendants who will continue to monitor this on a daily basis and make sure it's maintained really well. Obviously, we have TCSD staff who brought everyone together for the ribbon cutting, and IT staff who always support everything we do at the city behind the scenes. With that, I'd like to bring up a couple of speakers. First, I'd like to invite up our Temecula Community Services District President and Council Member Zach Schwank, who's been a tireless advocate for active transportation and connectivity within our community.
Thank you so much, Erica. Yeah, well, it's really wonderful to be here today. I think it was, maybe almost a year ago that we were here and we tossed some dirt and to really get this project started. But it really started years and years and years before that, where we looked at what we had, and the trail connections that we had were very minimal, a lot of at-grade crossings. The trails didn't really go anywhere, and we started thinking more long-term. How can we create a system, a loop around the city, connect into neighborhoods, connect to businesses, connect to trails, fun places to go, and really this portion of this project is really just a small piece in the broader network of what we've been doing. And I'm really proud of the work that we've all done, my council colleagues, myself, along with city staff, and all the time and energy that's taken to get to this place. But I really want to thank you all. And it's really important how your involvement shapes the community that we're in, and especially with respect to active transportation, bike lanes, trails. These Class 1 trails are just wonderful. There was a family that just went past that they probably didn't even know we were doing a ribbon cutting, right? But you see a little kid pedaling a bike after school today, and it's really just heartwarming and wonderful. So that broader vision of how can we get around the city is something that I've been thinking about for quite some time. And it's really important to our quality of life and just being active and healthy and being outdoors with friends and family members and neighbors and just bringing community together. So this is fantastic. We're almost close to having a complete Class 1 trail from Kayakintento and Wine Country to Old Town. When Nicholas Road Extension's done, that's going to close that gap. And then we basically got a couple gaps with Winchester and Rancho California Road. And we can close those gaps. You could have breakfast in Old Town and lunch in Wine Country on your bike. Man, what a wonderful place to live if we can have that reality. So stay engaged, keep pushing me, keep pushing us to do more, to do better. And then on the maintenance side of this, I want some ownership from you all, right? So sometimes people see the trail and they think, gosh, I don't really want to ride there. I don't know, is it safe? We have a Temecula app and you need to report things that you see. If you see something, let us know. We'll fix it. If we don't know, we can't do anything about it. And we want to make sure that this is well maintained and well cared for. And even thinking long term about taking some of these fences down so we have a little bit easier access to some of our parks. We've done that in a couple spots and it's been fantastic. We want to do that for businesses to make the trail much more inviting for the community. So I've certainly said enough. I could probably talk for another 2 hours about trails and active transportation and how much I think it matters to community, but I will pass the mic back over to Erica. Thank you all for being here, and I can't wait to cut the ribbon on this trail extension.
Thank you so much, President Schwank. I also wanted to send some regrets from our city manager, Aaron Adams, our assistant city manager, Kevin Hawkins, and deputy city manager, Luke Watson, as well as I mentioned, Public Works Director, Ron Moreno. All four of them had a last-minute issue come up that they had to attend to, and they send their regrets because I know they really supported this project and really wanted to be here as well. And I just wanted to echo some of what President Schwank said, which is one of the main goals of the city is to really not just build beautiful amenities, but to create meaningful amenities that help foster increased connection and activity within our community. And I think we can all agree, certainly every one of you with a bike helmet on and sitting on your bike can agree that I don't know that we've ever been at a point where encouraging people to get outside and be active has been more critical than it is right now. And not just for the physical benefits that confers, but also for the community that it builds. And so I really hope, as President Schwank said, that this will become part of building a community that embraces outdoor activities and interaction here in our city. And with that, I'd like to invite up the founder of BTV, Gary Oddie, to say a few words. You know, in the city, or any undertaking of this size, nobody does anything alone, no organization does anything alone, and if it weren't for the ongoing and continuous partnership of Bike Temecula Valley, the city of Temecula would not have the wonderful connectivity it does today.
Thank you, Director. Today we have, I don't have any regrets for the Bike Temecula Valley Board. We have three members with us. We have Jeff Kingsburg, Dale Borgeson, and Ernie Castro. And on behalf of the BTV Board and the membership of Bike Temecula Valley, we're excited to be here, and we want to give a great big thanks to the City of Temecula, the council members, the mayor and mayor pro tem for the work they've done on connectivity and this special Santa Gertrudis Trail. As Zach was mentioning earlier, that breakfast in Old Town, lunch out in wine country is a special thing, and it's connecting two real name places, places that we know that have an identity. They're places where people meet. And when you advocate and build infrastructure for active transportation and make our streets better, we now are connecting the members of our community. And so connectivity creates great communities. And we can see that Temecula is heading in that direction. And we're just so excited to keep fighting for that type of quality of life in our city. You can see the people here on their bikes that are being active. We're going to be walking, riding skateboards, all kinds of things on the trail today. So a healthy, active, connected community is a great place to be, and that is Temecula. So thanks again, City of Temecula. Bike Temecula Valley will continue to work with agencies such as the City of Temecula and with the school district. We just developed our brand new bike safety and bike education program that BTV has been working hard with for a couple of years. And that's all going to come together to make this a great trail, great infrastructure in Temecula, and safer streets for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. And maybe it's no surprise that Community Services in particular has such a close relationship with Bike Temecula Valley, because we have two of our Commissioner Emeriti here. We have Gary Oddie, Dale Borgeson, as well as two of our currently serving commissioners, Jeff Kingsburg and Ernie Castro. I also see we have Commissioners Bob Hagel and David Maddox, and I apologize if there are any other commissioners I'm missing. Is Kathy Sizemore here maybe? Oh, hi, Adam. And there's Adam Eventov. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see with the glare up here. So just one final note before we move on to that ribbon cutting, I'd like to invite up one other staff member who has been an ongoing champion, tireless champion of trails within our community, and that's Director of Community Development, Matt Peters.
Thanks, Erica. Good afternoon, everyone. I'll keep this short so we can cut that ribbon and use the trail. I just want to say thank you to a few groups, starting first of all with city staff, in particular the Hike Bike Temecula staff from Community Development, Mark Collins and Katie Garcia. They helped Public Works prepare the grant that funded this project, and thank you to Public Works for making this happen in less than a year. And if I missed any other staff, Community Services, we're all involved in this. I also want to say thank you to BTV, Bike Temecula Valley, and all the cyclists in the community that help support this. Without support from the community, it's more difficult to pull this off. And finally, I just want to say thank you to the City Council for making it happen. They put it in the budget. They supported staff applying for the grant. And without the City Council, we wouldn't be here. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt. One last thing, if you're not part of Bike Temecula Valley or you're not serving on a commission, or even if you are, I encourage everyone to look for other ways to get involved in your community, because truly, as you've seen today, the involvement of citizens and residents in their communities is what really makes a difference. So with that, we're going to go ahead and cut a ribbon. I'd like everyone to pay attention to Shauna, who has the camera. She'll be directing the pictures, and to our staff members, Tracy and Millie, who have the pink sleeves, the ribbon, and the giant scissors, and they will tell you all where to go. Thank you.
So 3, 2, 1. Okay.